Bob the Bard.
You said the
as
Karens?
Cairns. Cairns.
Like they want to see your manager? Karens?
Only
Not
for
Karen.
Karen.
They usually like the BBCs.
Cairn.
They do.
I can't.
They hang out my truck all the time.
Sorry, Ron.
They hang out by my truck all the time.
Go to the
All right, Bob the Bard. So we start off the session with Bob the Bard regaling the tale of the ram and the cairns. And a cairn is a...
I know the Karens. She wants to see your manager.
So this is not exactly how the story goes, except this is Bob's version of the story. Bacon, bacon, I miss lovely bacon. Evil sister-in-law steals in to rob me of my prize. I fear I will lose it all. Her closeness saps my strength. I try to convince the ram to charge her, but Mr. Bacon was his friend. So the ram ignores me and chooses cud. Shadows deepening, moonlight increases, apparitions appear. Is my sister-in-law still near? Hail, hail to the fallen heroes. Silence is the only reply. Dwarven generals ghostly marching. The ranger and his goat do special things. Oh, if goats could talk. Mist slinking, obscuring some. Hail, hail, we come in peace. We are on a quest for bacon. What would it take to settle the spirits? A sense of dread falls on all. Blue glowing mist cause feet to shuffle away. Closer to bacon? I hope so. But this horrible feeling tells me there is no bacon. Unlated swallows and elderberries. Evil presents for evil intents. The ghosts of Christmas past. Guttural mutterings, a blessing bestowed. No bacon, but solace with company. Utters? Utterly preposterous. Moonsliff, bring out your dead. Chill out, dude. You are creeping me out. Goat friend, on bended knee, spectral gaze, holy response, divinely inspired. Bones arise. I need to have a movement.
Oh.
Ancestral boon, words of encouragement. Poltergeist with skeleton guards. Fuzzy figure. He wants another goat. Threesome action. The ram had a bone to pick with one. Maybe because of no bacon. Scratch one skeleton. You call yourself a specter? I've seen better spectacles on a manticore. Confusion reigns. It's not amused, but I'm hysterical. I hope I don't step in goat poop. Distracted by a mighty warhammer swing and inappropriate dad jokes, the roguish walking bank sends the emotional apparition to the abyss. The ranger and goat have a moment together. The cairn is clear, but where's the bacon? So that's the story of the bacon and the cairns, the goats and the cairns, with a story told by Bob the Bard. Even though the actual story was they were on an adventure, they get up to the cemetery had apparitions and ghosts, somebody summoned some goats to help out. He tried to do Tasha's hideous, hysterical laughter against the apparition, and the apparition wasn't amused, but it allowed the thief to do a sneak attack and ended the haunting of the cairns. Bob's view. I don't know why I decided to read that tonight. Maybe Lance, who may be watching this program, will be able to recall the moments when I wrote that. And Danville with the public library up here. So, welcome to another session of Trouble in Winterhold. When we last left our intrepid explorers, they had found the missing supplies, yay! And a trap with a fireball. We were allowing you to loot bodies and such when we left last time. And I mentioned some things specifically, if I remember. Who remembers what I said?
What we found on the bodies?
For some reason, Ronnie doesn't want to tell me.
No, I know. The only thing that I had written down are the 3 sheets of paper.
Letter to B from D found in dry stuff.
3 letters.
3 letters.
From D to V, or from, yeah. Close enough.
Yeah.
And those letters said what? Ronnie, what did those letters say? Do you remember I told you?
Yeah. They are basic directions, right? The locations. It seems like there are locations where our group has been.
You said their location of where our group is.
Yes.
So whoever this D person is writing to this V person, basically saying that
Sorry.
saying that you guys as a party have been in different locations and what's going on, and specifically is what was the last one that you wrote.
Who wrote?
Sorry, it's not exactly how.
Which location?
I think we left it vague when you told me about it. But it's just like one of them said
The party's going up the
party's
long
going up
road,
this way, the party's going this way.
ended up to a town called Winterhold. Sorry. Basically, that one wouldn't have that in there. There is a mention of Abigail Razorheart in one of the letters.
She's dead,
She's
right?
dead. Yeah, I was about
Yeah.
to say she's dead. Right?
Yeah, the big white dragon killed her.
So kind of curious, so you had the wizard guy. That was, he escaped, didn't he? You never needed to get a hold of him.
We had somebody buy inspiration for the first player on the left, because they're looking at
First player,
first player,
not first.
not first. No, no.
I don't even think they can see me.
So by the way,
No.
for those that may not know, we have been joined by a good friend, John. John, we welcome you back from your medical issues that you've had earlier this year, and we're glad to have you back. Also joining us today is Terrace, which we are immensely pleased to have back as well too, who helped us out a few sessions ago with playing a sort of a player character, non-player character type deal.
Special guest star.
She doesn't want to forget.
She doesn't. She's proud of that. What up?
So, once again, the wizard has decided to abscond.
The drow wizard.
The drow wizard, or at least he's really invisible. But using the infrared spectrum as you can use, you can determine that he's not in the area, and you are able to find the. What do we got here? 5 saddlebags with various types of tools that were needed. 3 short swords, 3 daggers, 2 maces, 1 hand axe, all wrapped in cloth, circulated with leather strings, different things that had been taken and from Winterhold. A case with 9 bottles of Scarlet Crest, which the local drunken master knows that is a really fine red wine that's from the area that is produced.
Red one.
All done bottles.
Wooden crates with fresh apples, some small barrels with salted meat, grain, and pork. So basically, you found quite a few of the supplies that they had been stashing.
Sounds like our dinner tonight.
Stuff goes back to the village.
Oh, that's right. That's when you get them to get their supplies.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we have good berries. Don't.
Yes.
We never have to worry about food.
Yeah, dude.
That'd be really funny.
Yeah, we do.
By the way, I want to pull Dorn to the side and Dorn, buddy.
Yeah.
Since you've been riding everybody else pretty hard about the mistakes that were made, but you did hit me with that
we haven't
fireball.
resolved that yet. So
You hit me with that fireball when you threw it blindly.
I'll just throw you a healing potion then.
But
Yeah.
I just do.
No, I get it. I understand, but you have to remember that every time that I ride somebody about something, it's something dumb that they've done.
Yeah.
And I admit that was not. It was dumb to the point of where I couldn't see. But what else were we going to do?
I just wanted to make sure that you knew about that because
Yeah,
everybody makes mistakes at times.
Absolutely.
And
Well, there are multiple mistakes that.
yeah, everybody's going to mess up in the spur of the moment, at times. So
At times.
just
But it
remember
wasn't
that.
this time. Not just.
But let me put it this way. I understand that you got hit. All of them did too.
What?
And I apologize for that. And I'm going to hand you a healing potion and say, and honestly, I didn't know you were there. I just knew that they were there. So I understand what you're saying, but I'm not going to apologize for calling out others.
Well, just remember that removing our own self-righteousness is a challenging but important thing for us to do as leaders and people, and those
I'm not a
who
leader.
want to positively influence and impact others. So
Don't
Okay.
throw stones.
You're not here.
You live in a glass house.
You're not here.
Hey, it's my drinking buddy.
And I'm going to say, absolutely.
but
But I'm no leader.
I'm just saying we're all leaders in a
This
way.
is the blind leading the blind, my friend. We're literally in this cave.
We're all leaders in a way. We're leaders of our communities here.
Then the community is screwed. Now I'm just going to turn around and walk away. I mean, I get it. You know, there's not much else I can do other than apologize. You know.
Okay.
You could maybe do a cone of cold to alter the fireball effect.
I don't have
I
that.
don't think that's not it.
But I did give you, one healing potion.
All right. I'll take it.
Is one enough?
Well, sure. I really wasn't lobbying for it. I'm just.
No, but
I
you
just
deserve
wanted to
it.
make the point.
Yeah, you deserve it. Willing to own up.
Just
She would.
So, remember the cave came down, you hit the traps, the net came down, the fireball came out from one side of the tunnel, the reinforcements came out from the other side of the tunnel. The tunnel that was straight ahead where the fireball came from, you do see what looks like to be some type of magic circle drawn on the floor. And the remnants of, some medium for spell castings and stuff along that lines. In the other room is where you find the majority of the supplies and stuff that what did not need to be brought back to town, just the location found. Remember?
Yeah.
But you're welcome to carry these things in if you want to. If not, again, they were supposed to send somebody during the light of the day to go ahead and do this.
If they're going to send somebody, there's no reason for us to carry them.
So we had 4 regular drow warriors and 1 hulky drow warrior. They all had hand crossbows, short swords, and their various little implements, but nothing else of note on these individuals. Good deal? Is there anything y'all want to do in this area, by the way?
Are we making the trek back, or are we spending the night here?
Who has notes?
time is it?
Oh, that's not notebook up.
And it just gotten dark when you got there, remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's pretty late.
But
I
also,
don't know
we
about
have a
you.
level of exhaustion, I'm pretty sure. But no, we don't. Never mind.
No, we don't.
Yeah, I do.
I could change
I do.
that.
No, you don't.
Are they still blinded? Are they still blinded?
I think that's
Nah, we're done by now.
Okay. I didn't know how that worked.
Well, wasn't really, it was a darkness spell.
There's a darkness spell.
Impenetrable. Impenetrable.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like almost like blindness, in a way. But it's,
Well, I thought the darkness spell was earlier, and then they got blinded later.
No, that didn't happen. They got blinded.
Yeah, we got blinded.
They got blinded.
Yeah. I forget how though. I remember being blinded.
It wasn't darkness.
It was a.
No, there was a darkness.
I mean, it
yeah,
was darkness
yeah.
earlier, but that.
But I cast behind the darkness, and then I
Yeah.
got blinded.
Somebody blinded more than one of you
There
there.
was
oh, the smoke method.
The smoke, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that was something different. Yeah, see, and when the caster's gone, he's pretty much gone. I
It
forgot.
was like
Yes.
ash in their face though. It wasn't
Yeah.
blinded.
It was, yeah, it
ash.
was the smoke method that was cast. This wizard liked to conjure things to throw things at you.
I did.
Well, it's
I
probably
tried
not a good
poison,
thing
and I
to
was
stay
gonna, like,
here.
top it, and it's gonna be cool.
Right. Huh?
It may not be a good thing to stay here since that wizard did get away, and I don't know if he's bringing somebody back.
Also, may not be a good thing to
Just
travel
leave it.
on.
We could
Because
camp out
I'm
near
tired. I got hit. I'm hurting.
Oh, I'm hurting. I'm bleeding
You're
from my
hurting.
ears.
I still have a spell slot able to put up the tower. And then I can put the rope around it so if anyone comes into the tower or tries to break the line.
Tower in the cave.
Yeah. No, we can go outside of the cave and set it up. Or
It's
I
not
could
bad
put, or I could put the dome up inside the cave. I would just much rather sleep on beds than the ground. I'll make us a bigger target, but solo sleeping in their old den.
So how close to the cave do you want to be there?
I'd rather be right outside or inside.
Yeah.
Can you put the dome at the base of the?
I can't leave it, is the problem. I can't leave the dome.
Yeah, but can you put it like standing inside the tower and put the? How big is the? I don't know how big the tower is.
I think it's 2 floors.
The tower, like, square footage is, I think, it's 100 square feet.
Here's the deal. We can either go outside in the tower and definitely make ourselves a target, which I'm sure it has all these nice defenses and everything, or we can stay inside here in your dome or whatever.
It'd definitely be a target.
It'd definitely be a target, but also kind of figure out what's going on.
We should definitely explore the cave on the side.
I don't think there's much left to explore. Is
Yeah,
there?
you pretty much.
So
Yeah, I
we'll
mean, the
front to
dome
back,
is
there's no other
impenetrable.
entrances.
Nothing will.
The area that had the
We could also
supplies
use
was
the
also a
tower.
little bit of a sleeping area. The other area was more of a, looks like a summoning area or something along
so
that line.
Don't- we could
Well,
also
just
use the
that
tower
one
to block
entrance
the
that we
entrance
can
to the
tell,
cave.
right?
It doesn't matter
Can we
if
get
they can
the-
teleport.
Can we get the supplies in this building? Like the wagon or whatever into the place too? Or what?
And then when it goes away, what happens to the supplies? You were told you could just leave the supplies there. You just need to tell them where they're
Yeah,
at.
we just need to know. We just need to tell them where they're at.
If we put them inside the tower, they get shucked out. If it's inside the bubble just diffuses around it.
So what do we know?
Cool, stay here.
In the cave or in the tower?
In the tower.
I'm cool with tower.
How far?
Tower or
How
dome?
far away from the cave are you putting the tower?
I feel like we should put it. Like, okay, what
you gonna
does it
booby
look
trap
like
the
right
entrance
outside
of
of the
the
cave? Is
cave?
it like
Okay.
woods? Pretty dense? Lightly dense?
Oh, you had wooded. It was a wooded area that it got more sparse as you got to
He wants to put it
the
around
edge of the
tower.
that
Something tricky.
Mountain?
part of the
You
mountain.
have to walk through past
But
basically a magic trip line.
So basically, we could put the tower so where we could see the entrance to the cave, and then we could put that trip line in front of the cave.
So
That
if we
way
wanna
know
be-
if somebody enters the
But
cave.
if there's
So if
we
we
won't
want to be
see it.
nondescript, we could put it kind of where it starts getting wooded to create kind of a camouflage.
How tall is it?
If it's only 2 stories, it's max 20 feet tall.
But what I'm saying is, like, we don't want the tower to be sitting right.
Okay,
Yeah,
here's the deal.
20 feet.
And be able to see what we can see.
We can either put a 20-foot by 100-foot tower just out of nowhere in the forest and sleeping in it. Knowing
Somewhere
that they're
where we
here.
can see the entrance.
If you want to do that, we can go that way.
And put a tripwire.
And then we also have the option of sleeping in the tiny hut. which is impenetrable inside the cave, so we can have.
But there's not enough room for all of us now, is there?
It's a tiny hut. It'll fit 9 medium-sized creatures.
So we need to hurry up and make a decision.
I can also, if it would make you feel better, put the dome inside the tavern.
No. What do you want to? Do you want to?
That's what I was saying
Make a decision.
I'm cool with dome inside. It's a little bit less descript while also being impenetrable, and it'll fit everybody.
Also,
And
it's a better
spells can't
position
extend
to-
past the dome. So they can't teleport past or through the dome.
That sounds good.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Do we want to put it right at the entrance then?
I mean, how big is the entrance?
How big is the entrance?
I just asked that.
Not that big.
How many squares?
It's 10 feet across.
10 feet? So we could perfectly block it with the dome.
That's fine.
Put the tower somewhere out of sight.
I don't think we're using the tower.
No, I'm not gonna use the tower.
Mm-mm.
No, so we're sleeping in the dome.
Yes.
No.
At the entrance to the cave.
It blocks the entrance.
And also magic
It's
can't
impenetrable.
phase
Nothing
through
can
the
go
dome.
in or out of the dome unless he says so.
Like,
If you
but
let a
that
bad
also,
guy in the dome, I'll have an issue.
it's when we cast it, I'll let all of us, but
Let's get to casting.
yeah, I won't even bother ritual casting, I'll just burn a third level spell, put the dome up.
Can I still do vision?
Percentile dice for it. We'll see if it makes it.
I don't want to make you blow out your composition.
Alright.
Not mess up
It's
the
percentile, right?
book rides.
What do you want me to roll for?
Hey, tell me.
What's the chance of
Don't leave me
failure?
like that. Thank you. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, he's got.
Okay, go ahead.
Do I not get to know my chance?
You want to do roll high or low? Low for success or high for success?
Low for success. I'll roll a 90. 46.
Nice.
You're successful.
Okay. Yeah, any of you guys can cross through the dome, but I have to stay inside of it.
Okay. So the dome is successfully brought up. You're able to enter into the dome for rest and recuperation for the part of the night. You can have a watch rotation.
I'll take first watch.
I'll take a sec. Let's do 2 people watching at the same time. I'll stay with Dora.
Make sure we pair with somebody with dark vision.
Are you sure that's what you want to do? You want to wing it?
I don't
I
think you
mean,
can anymore.
I can wing it on those.
Nubs.
Who's taking second? I'll take second. Who else is gonna take second?
I'll take second after me.
Alright.
Can you see in the dark?
How many watches will do? 2 or 3?
I mean, it's just rotating everybody.
Do 3 watches.
Sure.
I'll do third.
First watch. Interesting.
Nothing interesting.
You can watch.
I'll do third watch with me. That's the thing.
92, 97. Third watch. 39. Nothing happens. Morning comes.
Inside joke.
Morning comes, and
So we can give our hit dice back, right?
if you want to, yes.
I definitely want to.
Hit dice, or is it? It doesn't count as long. Or is it?
We can give you a long rest. Sure.
And that's everything back? Yeah.
Everything back except your wings.
And my fingers.
What about the exhaustion?
Hands.
You want us to keep that since we were sleeping on the ground?
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm still not.
Now I'm starting up the new jokes.
Teacher's pet. I forgot to ask about homework.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, so back to Winterhold you're going, yes?
Winterhold.
I do.
How do you hold? How do you get exhausted?
Back to Winterhold?
I got those points.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, yes,
Need.
Yeah,
Wait,
sounds
wow.
good.
yes,
Yes.
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 Who has the
Well,
notes?
you see 'em.
Those are interesting.
The 3 notes?
The 3 notes. Who has them?
So I don't know.
All right.
He said
Did you
something
have
about
anybody in
D to
particular you
V
wanted
to
to
D,
talk
and I only
This-
had V to D or something like that.
No, you have. It's from D to V. Is what the
Do you
notes
know?
are, all 3 notes. Is that what you have?
No,
Very good.
Like I said, I
Yes.
think I had it different.
Okay, very good.
I
Did
didn't
he come
understand what he said. Mine
So we
said
only
letter
found
to
3
D
notes?
from D.
We only found 3 notes and they're from D to V.
Correct.
Yeah.
2V from D.
2V.
Well, that's what I got.
2V from
Two
D.
V from D.
Yeah, that's what you got.
And that's what
You
I
said
just
backwards
wanted-
while ago.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. I
You
said
did.
2D. Okay, 2V from D.
Hey,
is
we
what it
all
said.
make mistakes.
We all make mistakes.
Go blow up your other hand.
So while everybody's busy talking about these letters and who does what, as you near the area where the wasps were, all of a sudden with a giant push, something from underneath pushes the big rock that she placed over the opening. The question is, do you want to use that rock? Is it?
My God.
I will fireball that hole if something comes out.
Well, it pushes.
We'll get it
Well,
ready.
let's just say 15% chance that it actually is going to actually hit somebody. You want to roll? First 15. Okay, so you did not. So the rock gets thrown over, and out comes Mama Yellow Jacket.
Frick.
That's not a yellow jacket.
That's that big though.
It's a big, beastie, yellow jackety mama thingy that is not overly happy that her burrow was blocked up with a rock, and she had been waiting in ambush for you to go by
So,
since your smell was on the rock.
that's good. Didn't I use levitate to lift it
Yeah.
though?
You did. But it's kind of funny how magic works sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, that's what we're saying. Cool.
Works in this case. And what does she do? She jumps out. We're gonna do theater of the mind on this one. Okay. She is going to attempt to bite you.
Me?
Yes.
Wow. That's
Right.
rude.
That's a natural one.
Punch our teeth in.
Yay,
Oh
dentures
my
fell out.
goodness. We are not starting off this way already.
I like your dice.
Multi-attack.
You want dice check? Dice check?
I don't even have my book. Where's my
Bro.
It could be in here.
Need the bell. Or the rat. He likes rat too.
Pay no attention to me.
I'm sorry, what?
Multi-attack right from the start.
No. First attack's going to throw off your second. So that's not going to usually use the first attack to preempt the second one. But what I will say is, as you jump out to grab a hold of her and bite her, instead what you get is a clawed foot, more or less, in your face that actually jerks you out of the hole, and now you're not quite prone, but you're not on your feet as much, and you're going to be at advantage for the next attack against you. Okay, but it also clears the way for the workers who had been behind Mama Queen Bee to come out.
Mama B gets inspiration from one of the viewers.
Nice. Thank you guys for making an ordinary event going to be extraordinary. Absolutely.
Is that
Very good,
Ronnie's players?
No.
Huh? That's okay. Yes.
They know
No, that's. I'm sorry. They gave inspiration. It's
Inspiration.
inspiration. So if you roll a one
Special
again,
dice
you'll be
just
able
to
to
see how
use
it would go.
inspiration to
Nice.
re-roll that versus dealing with
Not
it.
gonna happen.
No.
And pour out 5. These are wingless versions of the giant wasps, so they've been tending the hive, and they come out and they're spreading their out, and I will let them choose who they want to target.
You said wingless?
Wingless.
Does mom have wings?
Mom has a form of wing, but she's so big and bloated she may or may not be able to use them.
Okay.
So, who do you want to target?
I'm just gonna let him scratch into the.
They're all around. So just choose.
Yeah, we gonna let you gonna let him call you fat? So? He's calling you fat?
Listen.
That's personal.
Their mama is so fat that the crack of her butts are at the back of her neck.
Understandable.
Damn. That's not even fluffy at that point. All right.
It wasn't personal.
Who you want?
I'm not sure if everybody's name.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 people to choose from. You can roll a die, or you can just say number 1, number 2, number 3. You know, however you want to do it.
So lucky number 3.
Okay.
It's not very lucky for him.
How many?
2 of them.
2 of them are going to attack him. Okay. What about the other ones? Because you're actually not going to have surprise.
So they're all gonna do it once.
Not going to have a surprise attack. We will go into initiative at this point.
Okay.
But I want you to go ahead and say they come out and at least place themselves.
1 attack here. 2 attack here. 2 attack. First attack.
Nice. Okay. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and go to initiative, please. And I want you to roll your initiative, and I want you to roll for all 5 of yours.
Joe.
That one.
This one?
Yeah.
That's the one that won't suck as much.
It's okay, I did that too.
As much.
How bad did you do?
Actually, I'm strong.
Oh, 2.
I got 17 this week.
I don't feel as bad anymore. I had a 3.
As far as initiative goes, who's got 20 plus?
I got a 20.
I got 20.
Okay. I'm going to give the Drunken Master higher dex, I think.
Yeah, I got 17 deck.
I too have 17.
Fantastic.
So again, like I said, I'll give the Drunken Master.
It's the drunkenness, not the mastery, that makes it so quick.
We both drink. He's just more
19,
coherent after.
18, 17.
I got 19.
Ooh, 19. Very good. Anybody else at 19, 18, 17, 16?
I got a 17 and a 16.
All right, you're rolling once.
Only once.
So I'll
Okay.
take the 19.
I'll take that.
Okay. Yeah, you're rolling once for all 5. Sorry.
You told me to roll for all 5 of them.
Well, yeah, for all 5. I mean, you're rolling one time, and all 5 are going to act on the same initiative.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes it easy that way. 17, 16, 15, 14. 14.
I got 13.
How you will get 13 with a roll?
Rolled enough.
12, 11, 10, 9.
9.
Good job.
Yeah. I did it.
8, 7, 6.
Mother's slow.
But and it also explains with her quickness. Okay, very good.
The dentures fell out.
Sorry.
Okay, so which one do you want to
I
go
thought
first?
that didn't matter.
I'll go first.
Whatever.
Your dex is definitely higher than
I'll see.
16.
15.
Just about one though.
No.
Brian, in front of you,
My highest is 17. I didn't do too well.
or
I got 2
to the side of you, or close around to you, is a wingless giant wasp that has been brooding all night mad because they couldn't get out of their hole.
Why did we take this?
Kick it in the teeth.
My turn.
It is your turn.
Oh, I'm gonna hit him.
Nice.
With your
I hope
fist
so.
or
How close is he?
Close enough.
All right. Yeah.
Close enough to do what you want. Neither of the mine. We're not going to belabor a lot of this.
16.
16 does hit. I modified his AC, by the way. It's not what it's on the paper.
Well, then this is useless.
9 damage.
Okay?
Second attack. Did you modify his HP too?
I did.
Okay. 16 again.
Okay.
4 damage this time.
Okay, so 9 and 4 is 13. And you did 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So he's going to get number 5.
And I'm gonna use a key point Do flurry.
Okay. And you're gonna blow him? I mean, flurry of blows?
That's a miss. I think 9 misses, right?
Correct.
Woo, that's good. 25.
That misses.
5 points.
Okay.
And I am done. Actually, yeah, I'm done. That's good.
So, Eli, what
Where,
you?
where am I at, by the way? I wasn't attacked by the
No, you're in around, so you can sort of pick and choose sort of where you're sort of at. What you end up happening is big bad ugly mama come flying out. She is big, bloated. You know, like some of the girls you went to high school with.
Yes, dude. You seen them?
I shouldn't say that. It's not fair for the spider. I mean, it's not fair for the wasp. But then you also have 5 wingless wasps. Mama is going to need to be addressed at some
Okay,
point. But
so-
the babies they're wingless, but they're not impotent.
So, Mama is big. Is she bigger than me?
You're
She's bigger than me.
She a hoss.
Yes.
She's got the word giant in her name.
Okay.
Hey.
All right.
Go,
So,
For those that don't know Ace Ventura, there's an Ace Ventura reference. So. Especially when you get shot in the leg. Isn't that right there, Dorn?
Yeah.
No, it was a spear.
It was a spear.
All right. So I guess I'd like to attack
His
her
friend
with
was supposed to throw him when he
booming
threw it to
blade.
his knees.
Booming blade. Nice.
Blade.
Did we change words? No, no, okay, we have to do this. Okay.
Does 22 hit?
No.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
All right. So I'll 1d10. Things are happening.
Run away!
Oh, no, did you?
Oh no, that's on it. That's on
Damage.
damage. Yeah, that's damage. So
That's still, that sucks. Not quite as bad as the here.
It's a T-E-R-R-A-C. I-S. Right, I knew that.
nice.
I was saying Tetris, but Tetris. How many points of damage, man?
So it's 8 from the regular attack and 8 from the booming blade. So 16 points of damage.
16 points of
If
damage.
she moves, it's 2d10, and then I'd like to use War Magic to go ahead and attack again.
Okay.
Yeah, I hit her again. I think I'm at like 24.
Okay, I'll hit.
Miss. Alright, so. So. 13 points of damage on the second hit.
Nice. 'Tis but a scratch.
It's Tid's Buzzer Scratch.
On her?
Cool, I like the action surge. What's it's 15?
No, 50 does not.
Okay, well we're gonna leave her be now then.
Okay. It's not a bee, it's a wasp.
I said leave her be.
Beaver, beaver.
That's my bad.
John. I guess we can just start off 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can use the stats on the card. So they get 2 attacks. They get a mandible attack, I think, and then they get a sting attack to follow it up. If it doesn't say that on there, that's fine.
It's Steve.
It just has the sting attack on here.
Okay, so it's the same type of attack for a claw. So you want to attack with the mandible, and then you're trying to sting afterwards as well, too. Okay? Got to be successful with the first hit to do the second one. All right, starting off with you.
Me?
Yep. Hold on. No, I mean, he's attacking. He sent 2 to attack you.
Gotcha.
As long as you don't roll bad.
6.
No.
Okay, misses. You got the pluses on the card, right?
Yeah, +2.
Okay. All right. All right. So the next one.
That's a 6-2.
Yes.
62 will hit.
A 62
Yes.
will hit.
Also,
62
I'm sorry.
will indeed hit.
Okay, Aaron.
Does it? Are you sure?
They're going to attack you now.
That's a 5. That's a 5.
All right. Second attack from the other person, or the next attack.
Don't help him.
I did a 4. It didn't help at all.
Okay, and then the last attack on the drunken master.
Oh boy. 4 again. Wow.
So I realize now that we should have
Here you go.
had you warm your dice up over the last few weeks.
So the bees are drunk, huh?
Drunk bees.
Punch drunk. You've been punching them. Lucan.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's my turn. Alright, so where are the little guys at?
Yes. Just choose what you want to attack, man. Yeah, these 3, 2, and 2, and 1, except the big one's also attacking her as well.
Okay, I'll shoot a little one that's on her.
Okay.
Sorry, wizard dude.
I got this.
Cast fireball on yourself.
I don't have my sword in my hand. Or actually, I
On
probably
your
have
skull. But I can't hold it.
I have the other hand. I can.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So it come out the neck hole. This time you get your other hand.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
Alright.
Well, you'll never live that one,
Alright. For 4 points of damage.
Tis but a scratch.
He's put a scratch. I have 2 attacks.
Okay.
So we'll fire another one. That missed. That is 12. 12 for you.
Okay.
That's all I got.
After Lucan is Sylve.
Come on, Sylve.
I'm gonna
Do it.
attack Big Mama.
Big
Big
Mom.
I always said that in unison.
We all did, didn't we? It's so creepy.
Big Mama. It's 15?
Huh?
It's 15?
15 does not hit. But you know when you kill her, she explodes and all the babies come out,
Oh,
right?
but
Oh yeah.
Then it swarms.
No.
Wouldn't it just be larva though?
It's magic, remember?
That's all I got.
We just need a head of Medusa.
What kind of
freezer.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm gonna go hide now because I missed. Just in case it was not
These
understood.
are rust wasps. You know that, right?
I don't know.
That means they're in the ground.
They're rust wasps. No.
Jeez.
Just
means every
Rest
time
balls.
you hit them, your weapon takes damage.
Eat your meat, no matter what it is.
I've got no
Or
I was like,
the
that's
wasp
rough, buddy.
That's the closest thing a rust wasp is.
all right, CC.
It's me.
It is.
I'm gonna cast mirror image on myself.
Wasp and a-
Oh.
And what that does, it's gonna create 3 duplicates of myself for the next minute. So,
Okay. To the end of combat phase.
yeah, until the spell ends, the duplicates move with me and mimic my actions, shifting position so it's impossible to track which image is real. Yeah.
Logan.
And each time a creature targets you with an attack during the spell's duration, roll a d20 to determine whether the attack instead targets one of your duplicates.
He looks at me and said,
Okay. I don't know how that works. Each time a creature targets you with an attack during the spell duration, roll a d20 to determine whether the attack instead targets one of your duplicates. It doesn't tell me.
So I tell you what it will do.
Oh wait. With 3 duplicates, you must roll a 6 or higher to change the attack target to a duplicate. Oh, okay. With 3 duplicates, you must roll a 6 or higher to change the attack's target to a duplicate. So I would roll, and if it hits 5 or less, then it hits me. Anything higher than that, and then it changes with the remaining duplicates.
Understood. Okay. So I would assume you took a 5-foot step, so you didn't provoke, right?
Yeah.
Say yes.
Yeah. Sure.
I've got 3 creatures around here casting a spell. So
Fair enough.
It's not like an instantaneous reaction.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Anything else you're doing?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Terrace,
Yeah.
your turn. So, this being said, the smell directed you towards her, but you just got your ass handed to you by.
Stop. I did. Yeah.
So, and you can get there in range if you wanted to alter. I don't know. You're still kind of pissed off that they closed up your.
Yeah. Smacked her in the ass.
So, would you like to give him your undivided attention?
Oh, now I did. I love that.
All right.
So let's see.
Yes.
First attack is a bite attack. That's
Oh, he's attacking
16
you.
hit.
16. No, it doesn't hit. I'd like to, as a reaction, cast shield.
Okay. You can still try the sting.
Yeah.
Do the other ones have your
But
wings?
16 does not.
Does a
18. Now it's
22.
23. 22.
22 hits.
No, it doesn't.
Just
Not with the shield.
not with the shield.
Yeah,
Okay.
you cast shield.
23.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so magic towards you.
Now you got mine.
Dorn.
Yeah. Excuse me. No, but I choked on my Diet Coke.
He's the choking man.
Diet Coke.
Diet Coke.
That way you can have full flavored cake.
Cook.
I don't like anything that
I
you're all
drink
saying
Diet
right
Coke
now.
so I can have full flavored cake.
I don't like anything that you're saying right now.
You're not fluffy?
No.
You're not
Gabriel Iglesias?
God. Oh, I forgot about him.
Come
Cake. Am I able to, looking at the battlefield, am I able to cast Fireball on as many characters as I can? Or any
Yes.
as many enemies as I can
Oh, enemies.
without hitting my compatriots. Casting characters, but I'm thinking. No, okay.
Y'all
So
were
I
busy.
would like to
Y'all were
cast-
busy jawing. Basically, they waited till you were like right in the middle, and they're in the middle.
So
So,
I would like to cast Witch Bolt onto Mama.
Mama.
Yeah.
Big mouth.
So, ooh, okay. So that's an 18 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay, so that's 2d12.
For 3 points.
So that's 16 points of damage. I'm going to attach it to the spider, 'cause it's a
Okay.
concentration spell. And yeah, that's it. That's all I'm gonna do.
Wow.
45 points of damage. Okay, then we finish up with Aaron.
Sounded like Owen Wilson.
What are you gonna do? A Ron.
Wow.
If I cast Burning Hands, it's a 15-foot cone. How many can I get in the cone without hitting anyone else?
I'll let you get the two in front of you.
All right, I'm gonna cast it at 3rd level then.
Okay.
So they have to make a dexterity saving throw each.
Dexterity saving throw for your two guys. I think they got a +2 on their dex.
That's a 20.
That's a pass.
Okay, next one.
The other one.
That one was lost. It's on 20 again, but it was on the bag. I'll roll again if you want me to. It was tilted enough that I would consider it not to count.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
13,
It's a
12,
fail.
15.
A 15
Huh?
passes.
Okay, yeah, +2.
So both pass. Then that is 7 fire damage each.
Okay.
And then I'm going to activate Blaze Song.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Top of the order is the Drunken Master.
How bad is the guy looking from me, though? You want to see?
Yeah, to attack you.
Not quite dead yet, but getting close.
There's a wound there. I'm gonna swing at him.
I imagine she'd have to move to attack.
moved yet?
I get 40 to
Big Mama.
Big Mama. Has she physically moved?
She swung her tail around, but she didn't actually leave the space that she was in.
cast everything above 5.
Was it
You
13
didn't move,
hit?
right? No. 13
Yeah.
does not hit.
Okay. Oh, second attack.
You can try to blow him again. Is that what you're doing?
No, this is second attack. 24.
That misses.
Just barely.
Logan.
Hits.
For 7 points.
And that is enough to vanquish the life out of that poor little wasp. Or yellow jacket or whatever it was.
Is he barking at the vacuum?
No, he's barking just to get attention.
Okay. I'm gonna move over
To Aaron.
to Aaron's character. Azrin. We'll move over to Azrin and get ready to attack one that's on him.
Okay.
I'm done.
Then we go to Eli.
Awesome. So I would, so I'd like to attack her. Just keep it simple. The
Mama, the queen.
Instead, you're gonna pose. Gotcha.
I rolled a 1.
Oh, now I gotta
That's
go
what you
find.
get for touching my dice.
I gotta go find my book.
I think I might have a set of crit tables with me.
Did you? Did you bring mine? The type that I had, or you got your own?
Well, I had the printout that you gave me. It was like 3 or 4 sheets, I believe.
I'm not sure what I gave you.
Sorry.
I may have. Maybe I went to the mall.
Oh no, it would be. There's one time it's like that happening. It goes 3D2.
No, I hate you.
It's still not bad. So, but I've got it written down as 3D6. It's not. It's 3D10.
I looked for that earlier. I didn't realize that.
Nuts.
I'll get a set of handwritten things here.
You need something?
Those are always fun.
I know you probably
But
already
they're
have.
copied off of his.
What did you?
Make it work.
Forget about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't care.
Guess we'll have to do it old school way.
I've got them if you want to roll. I can tell you what's what.
Okay, have them roll.
Unless you want.
No, have them roll. Percentile dice, boy.
Sounds like fun.
What kind of attack was it?
Regular dagger.
Sword.
Sword attack.
Yeah.
Roll that, you.
Roll them dead.
Roll that, you for baby thing.
So I got 1d6. 16. Oh, that was 91 or anything.
91?
91.
He's just that excited for his next turn.
Oh, you.
He said, oh, you're
Roll a 1d6.
You said 1d6? Oh, that's the classic. 4.
You sustain an abdominal injury. You die in 4 days.
I die in 4 days.
You die in 4 days.
Holy shit!
Unless you get immediate
So guess what?
medical.
You didn't realize that your appendix, it just burst.
Oh my
You
God.
must get cure serious wounds at some point in time, or you will perish.
Yeah, it's got to be at least a certain level. Like minor restoration won't work. It has to be a serious.
We've got our
Let's just keep pouring curing
Well,
potions.
how
on it.
attached are you to Eli?
It's okay, I just want to come every
You
2
got
weeks.
4 days. You got 4 days.
And I will take open bids for El Denser, by the way. But,
Man, I'd have to
It's
trip
okay.
with it.
No, dude, I'll melt it.
I've been eyeing that sword for a while, man.
What size sword is it?
Oh, it's a
Bastard.
+1. Bastard
Bastard
sword.
sword.
Yeah, you gotta be pretty strong.
I mean, I'll train.
I was gonna say long sword.
I got 13 strength.
You're a bastard episode.
Okay, and by the way, I'm going to have it where it's advantage against the next attack on you.
I mean, aren't I dead?
If he dies, I can use
Die
it.
in 4 days.
I died in 4 days.
Yeah, you got 4
Oh,
days.
so I'm good. For
You're
right
good.
now.
Right now, you're good.
Yeah, just in 4 days. It's like,
Yeah.
good.
You just
Kiss of
hurt
death.
a lot. So
We need to
like,
get you back to
uh,
town.
If you accidentally forget about it and you go those 4 days,
How and you accidentally forget that.
I've got a serious pain in my side. You ready to go to dinner?
Like, yes,
I got this heartburn. Just won't quit.
Well, time to go back to the tower and.
You got 4 attacks coming up.
Like that's just funny. Eli staring out the distance and blood goes.
You might as well use that little tray.
Yeah.
all means.
Don't give him that tray. We're gonna die.
No, I need it.
That's a 12, 14.
14 does not hit you.
19,
Yeah.
21.
You can roll your d6 or your d20 and see if you
Yeah,
can.
let's see if it's gonna hit an illusion. The illusion has its own DC though. I mean, yeah, I beat it. Yeah. So it just disappears.
Okay, so she just takes that one out.
That's
So 2 more, right?
Gets it. You got Aaron.
Yep.
just do that on
That's a
Xbox all
10.
the time.
Nope.
That's a 9.
That's a no.
Okay. Lucan.
Did you destroy the one you were talking
I'll shoot some more arrows at the same one I was shooting at. I
Okay.
don't think that was good yet.
It's not.
So the first one is a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Second one is a 15 to hit.
Magic numbers 14. Yes, they both hit.
Nice. Seven and 8.
It's working fine.
It's not quite dead yet.
So I'm totally okay with you just keeping the dice you got.
Sylph.
That's not how I roll.
Uh,
Get out there.
sneak attack, Mom. So that's just 18 plus 7. 18 that hits. It hits.
Now, which one are you doing?
Mom.
Bomb is a lot higher of an AC.
Oh, 18 plus 7.
18 will hit.
25. 18 hits. 25 doesn't. 18 doesn't.
5 plus 4, 9 points of damage. And I'm gonna.
See, with the queen, you have to roll low to hit.
Then I'm
So that way we'll
gonna
just wreck.
disengage.
You did sneak attack.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. But I don't know.
Did you roll it?
Yeah.
9 points of damage.
On
9
top,
points.
On top of
I thought
your
sneak
normal
attack.
weapon damage.
That is the weapon damage.
Sneak attack adds another.
It's like a D6.
No, it's more than she's level 7, so
That's
7.
a good bonus.
yeah, she's level. We're a level behind
It's
them.
like
Okay.
3d6, ain't it?
Okay.
Think so.
At level 7, it's 4. I thought.
So what did I say? I said 9.
You get
46.
yeah 4d6 damage. So you get your d6 plus an extra
So
4.
9 plus 10, 11, 12, 13.
Okay.
So that's 22 points.
I
of damage.
added the one that I did the first time.
Dorn.
Okay. Yeah, just use my action to hit her with a d12 damage with Witch Bolt.
Okay.
2.
Wow.
So she gets 2 points of damage.
Okay.
It's an automatic hit because it's a concentration spell, so just keep calling it down on her.
Okay.
That's it. That's what I'm gonna do.
Azra.
I'm going to attack the one, number 4. That's a 12 to hit. So, okay. And then for my second extra attack, I can do a cantrip instead. I'm going to do, what's it called? Green Flame Blade? Yeah. So if it hits, that is a nat 20 to hit.
Okay. Roll again.
That's a nat 20 again.
Are you kidding me? That's
Roll again.
awesome.
It's actually a nat 21.
That's pretty good too.
16 plus 7.
Okay. Roll percentile.
Okay.
What are you attacking? The one of the little.
I know one of the little ones. I wish I attacked them all at this point. That is 30. 30.
Okay. I'm gonna say that your magic of your green flame blade, where it was able to cut through the first one and into the second one, and you no longer have any adversaries in front of you. Congratulations on your crit hit, sir.
Good job.
Double crit hit.
And 2 natural 20s.
Natural 21.
Yeah, that's right. They are.
They're 20. The 20 is
21.
reflected with the 21.
Completely pointless.
That's what I was gonna say. It looked like a 21.
Yeah, they.
So Brian, we're down to 2 of creatures in front of ZC as well as the big bad mama.
I'm gonna throw the boomerang at Mama.
Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped you, didn't I?
Oh, did it?
I'm sorry. After ZC, how did I?
I haven't gone yet.
I missed you too. So I. All right, ZC, I'll let you go.
Okay. So.
Oh, I did go before you, didn't I? Just now.
Wow,
Yeah.
I totally skipped 2 people.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Sorry.
So you said I have 2 people.
Yes,
2
2 in
guys.
front of you. One, it looks like it's about ready to be finished.
Okay. Is there any of them in like a line of any sort? Like where's Mama? Mama, where's Mama? She
Mama's now, with all the movement that you're doing, trying to move around, everything else.
Someone
She's
after
in
you.
one area. You've got 2 that sort of followed over to you.
Okay. So I want to move in such a way so that way the 2 are in a line, if that makes sense. And I want to cast Tasha's Caustic Brew at 2nd level. It's acid emanates from you in a line 30 feet long and 5 feet wide in the direction of the 2. And they need to succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
Dex save for 2 of your guys.
Right, the last 2 guys.
You ready to call for reinforcements?
There's a 4. A 6. That's a 16.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
The 2 that was on
So
there.
one of them, which one do you want to say got that 16?
Whichever one you want, I am at.
I'll get the one that succeeded. I'd say probably the one that's. I don't know.
The one that's not hurt, probably the one that's succeeded.
Yeah. Okay. So the one that did not succeed is going to take 44 acid damage.
Killed him.
Cool.
And the one that saved,
I think he just dodges it. Yeah.
okay. Big Bad Mama's turn. You got advantage on the guy in front of you.
It's roll like I did.
Let's not know this one. 16.
You said what?
16. Okay.
You still have your shield, don't you? Or is that a
No,
one time?
it's a
Okay.
mix.
Try your stinger.
Do it now, or
Huh?
just one? Just one more, or two?
Oh, you did 2 rolls or what?
No, depending on the person.
Right. So try the second attack. No, I was only going to give you advantage if you succeeded on your bite.
20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
You said really
Yes.
20? Yeah.
Okay.
So that is.
Well, this will be really interesting.
8 points of piercing damage.
You said 8 points of piercing
Plus 7 poison damage.
plus 7 poison.
Yep. And roll a saving throw.
Nice.
See if you can pull a Dorn.
Not at all.
What'd I do?
Oh, what kind of saving throw?
It's paralyzation.
Constitution.
So Constitution.
So that's a Dorn.
That's a good old 8.
Oh yeah, you boom. It's like, ow! weeks accelerates.
No,
Oh,
no.
Nice,
Oh, no.
nice. Nice, nice. So what are we talking, 2 days? Nice.
Okay, so now we go top of the order. Brian.
God, looks like I'll be saving gas.
Oh, you are paralyzed for 3 rounds.
Okay.
So you can watch as she devours you.
How can I watch?
You're paralyzed. You're not
Your eyes are
unconscious.
open. Your eyes are open. You can watch.
You're just gonna watch her eat you,
It's like Jurassic Park.
or maybe put her babies into your
I
chest
was about to say, it's a lot of
and let
work,
them
man.
hatch.
It's a pretty good play.
Throwing a boomerang at him.
It's alright, she goes to its face.
Nat
Oh,
20.
Yeah.
Nat 20. All right, roll again.
23.
That confirms. Percentile.
'86.
86. What's your normal damage?
It's 1d4 plus 4 plus 1d6 with the thundering.
That's strong, right?
So what's max is 16.
14. Let's see. 14.
14 points is the max damage. So that's going to be 28 damage to you as a thunderclap hits, and you drop him. She had grabbed you after you fell prone, and she was getting ready to drag you into the hole.
That's key.
Where did this come from?
No.
She just.
I mean, yes, but no.
Asuka. Yeah, actually I do. Wait, but
Second
that's
attack.
supposed to be a joke, but
Okay.
I can taste turtles.
Every time I pop my deck or loud one.
Oh, she will.
I can smell.
16.
16 does
Sound
not hit.
violin smells
Okay.
really good.
So she's now
Especially this
paying
time of
attention to you a little bit more, and she makes this warbling scream.
I'm going to use a key point and take the dodge action, the patient defense.
Okay.
So she'll have disadvantage on the attacks using.
Okay.
So, well, since the boomerang only does like a
My
D4.
bad decision is
Up
going
there
to
on
be
the
that
shelf.
tower once someday.
Well, it's because I got an extra D6.
I want to get that
Just
in
like
I
front
get
of
to
me.
add my deck.
The war machine.
Yeah, so
Does it actually open up where you can put minis in it?
plus I have 3 for my decks. So that's 4.
It's still
and then I add a D6 for the
I'm going to get that tower one day. Now, let me pay off Tina first.
Same here.
Well,
D4 to roll for.
She's gonna have to wait a month until I recuperate from the falling star ship.
Eloc does nothing.
You are paralyzed. Sorry. Don't know why I started yelling that.
So we have one
Thank you,
more
Nora.
wingless that is attacking her, right?
That's
Okay.
the last one left.
Okay.
Sup?
Do you need a knife one?
One dirty 20.
Huh?
Dirty 20.
Okay. Roll.
Okay.
Roll.
Oh, yeah. The DC, I guess, of it changes since there's only 2 left. He just needs to make an. Which he does it? That's 6. It
So,
needs-
so you actually hit her.
yeah.
Using her pheromones, you're able to find her.
1d6
Okay.
plus 2. That's a 5, so 7.
Okay. Now advantage on the stinger attack. Since you've got the bite in her.
So that's 2d6.
No, that's 2d20s.
You take the
To see if
You're
he hit.
you're now
To see if he
attacking
hit.
Oh, for the
with the stinger.
We were like, wait a minute.
That's right. It's been a while. That's all right.
I've been took some pain medicine.
That's all right. Why don't you take some anti-pain medicine next time?
What was a 14?
Ah, I see.
14 does not hit.
Okay.
You gotta
So it
add
makes,
16 with the plus
As a reaction, I'm going to cast Shield, which gives me +5 to my AC.
Okay. So neither one hit. Okay, fine. So as a result of her casting shield, you're thwarted. Okay, and you release your bite as well too. So also, so when she makes this warbling sound, flying out of the hole comes one more wasp.
It's a big problem.
And who you're choosing? She's got one at her feet, but this one here has been the one she has been taking damage of and has marked with her pheromone.
Yeah, the one that smells the strongest of the Queen's pheromones is
Okay.
the one that I would have.
All right, so you're coming out. You're going to attack with advantage on Brian, but he's got the dodge action,
Yeah, so it's even, right?
so it's even. So it's one.
Just one.
Yeah.
14
Plus.
plus 2. 16. It misses.
Okay.
And for initiative, it's way more easy.
Yep.
Thought you had a bigger advantage on the attack for the fight.
It was just plus 3, so it would have been 17. That would have
Remember when
hit.
she said she was
17 hits.
I was just literally
Okay.
looking at it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to take it
So
out.
I thought it was a little bit more than that. So go ahead and roll damage.
I'm getting mad. Ham!
This is
3 plus 3, so 6.
Now advantage on. Well, it's going to neutralize out with his dodge. Yeah, for the stinger.
That's an 11. That's a 14.
That'll miss.
Also, I realized
Okay.
I got to think of like a big ring.
So very good.
I'll start with the bronze blood.
All right, Lucan.
Alright, so there's still one where there's one that just came out. The one that came out, is that an actual wasp? Like it's
Oh yeah,
actually
he's got
flying?
wings. He's flying. He was mad as hell. He comes out with his teeth and his butt already flying. He's coming in with his prong sticking out. Boy, he got a stinger and he's willing to put it in somebody.
Is Big Mama still around?
Oh yeah, she's still very round.
She's very round.
She's what?
Very round.
Very round. Okay,
You asked if she was around, and she is very round.
Upset.
I'm taking 2 shots at Big Mama. Wow, that would suck. Oh, come on. So I've got... Math. Why are you not looking?
14 and 9?
14 and 9, yeah.
23.
23.
23 hits.
Alright, 23 hits, and the other one was 11.
11 does not hit.
I kind of figured.
Okay. 18's a magic number on her.
Nice. Ooh, that is going to be 10 damage.
10 damage.
I have no attacking spells.
Sylph.
I don't know.
I would like to definitely gonna attack Big Mama again.
Tyler Perry says no. No. That it? Like Big Mom?
What is it?
That one hit?
16 plus 7, whatever that is. Yeah. So over 18, so that hits. And it was a regular attack. So 6 plus 10 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna disengage again.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it
So
again.
I'm sorry, I did it
Oh,
again.
you did again.
I did
It's
it
his
again.
turn.
Sorry.
It's her turn.
Syl, ZC. ZC.
Yes.
Wow, I did that, so yes.
I'm
how I
going
did it last
to.
time.
So there's one
One in front of you.
right in front of me. I'm gonna rush it with my talons and cast inflict wounds. And do that. So I gotta roll to see if I hit first. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Yeah, you are. Cash that in.
Yeah. That was the same thing.
Oh.
It was 10.
Hold on.
Oh.
All right, Terrace. This is not turning out like you had anticipated. So you can try to grab and abscond. Okay. So he is on the ground. I'm thinking.
Which one do I get it?
What do you think? His natural armor is what?
18.
Huh?
18.
Minus your dex.
Minus my dex. 15.
15, make it a 14 to hit. You would want to use inspiration.
You better kill this
Dirty
man.
20. All right, so she grabs a hold of you again and makes her way to the hole. She is in the hole trying to get your body in.
What do I do? Sit there. Realized.
Can you move your mouth? Can you?
I mean, everyone knows I'm there.
I know. What did you say?
All right, now we go to Dorn. There's enough visible of her you can do a few things. Or you can just do
I'm
fireball
going
and
to
just,
bonus action Misty Step right in front of her.
okay?
Like right in front of her. And then I'm going to take my action and hit her with the D12 advantage. I'm just be like screaming at her the entire time.
Okay.
Like, calling her name, cursing at her infernal and trying to get her attention. That's one.
Y'all good?
Yeah,
One
he's
damage.
struggling.
I can hear.
Aaron,
So, just trying to get her
I'm
attention.
gonna run up and try and pull him out of her hands.
her mouth.
Mouth, yeah.
Okay. Roll. I want basically a strength check on this one.
Check. All right. 16.
What's your strength?
You close to losing a hand.
Okay, so roll me a d20. See if you do a
And
post
then
strength.
I can like bump it off to save you.
Ooh, plus 4 is 18. So she thwarts you.
And it was a bonus action. I don't think I have anything to do with a bonus action, man.
Come here, little kid.
Just hold up a sign, take it to the
Yeah, I guess that's my turn.
Okay, top of the order, Brian. Elok's being drugged down a hole,
I'm trying to pull him, but
and there's a giant wasp in front of you.
How does Mama look?
Looks like she's trying to drag food back into a hole.
Is she hurt pretty good? Or?
But the one in front of you, that big giant wasp, he's pissed. And he looks beefier than the other guys that you messed with before. Like the first time,
Yeah.
beefier than that.
Is he like right on me, or is he?
Oh yeah,
right
no,
behind me?
he's on you.
All right. I'm gonna swing at him.
You gonna blow him?
Roll off that 15. That's gonna miss. I'm assuming 11 misses.
11 does miss.
Yeah. 23.
23 hits.
8 damage,
Okay. You've succeeded in making it mad.
and I'm going to use a key point to do stunning strike. When you hit another creature with a melee weapon attack, you can spend 1 key point to attempt a stunning strike. The target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or be stunned until the end of the next turn.
Okay. Constitution saving throw.
Well done.
Woo! You did it!
That makes an 11.
That's a fail. So you should be stunned till the end of my next turn.
So not only stunning it, but guess what stunning does to a flying creature? All right. Elock. Never mind.
Wait, when you say paralyzed, I can still move my eyes, right?
Oh, you can see the fact that she was.
Can I move my mouth? No. It's okay, I'll blow my lips off.
No, you're not going to be able to use your breath weapon.
Yeah, that's exactly.
You're not able to coordinate things. Got one last guy that hasn't been killed yet.
You said what?
You're going to get to breathe.
Oh, can I move too? Yeah, like I did the kind of.
Now you can move since the guy is knocked senseless. I mean,
Yeah, I want to move over to where Mama is, trying to drag him in the hole.
okay,
I'll move over to there and get closer to that.
okay.
I believe in you.
No, be bad guy. That's a 10.
10's not going to make it. Lucan.
I said, I believe in you. I said, I believe that you will overcome.
Are we all jokes off in
What?
this big spider thing that's trying to eat
You
us
might
this
be able to
time?
shoot an arrow
She's
past him.
still up.
That's saving.
The fact that he's not moving actually makes it to where
Use it like Amy.
you might be able to get an arrow past him pretty easy.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I don't really have much on it. It was just.
Are you gonna shoot an arrow past us?
Do you have a problem?
Can I use my reaction to duck?
18
18 will miss this time.
and 27
27 will hit.
What you roll?
and 18.
Nice. All right, roll damage.
Elliot really just became a right to find out.
6 and 12 is 18 damage.
I think you're gonna cut your losses.
They want to pet Logan.
Oh wait. First one missed, right?
First one did.
Okay, then it's just 8 damage. Or no,
She's still gonna cut her losses.
12 damage. That's what it is.
Y'all want to finish these guys off, or are we good to call it?
It's up to you guys.
I mean, the big bad has let go of you,
Oh.
The only thing I was going to do is
and
just
once
jump
she
on her back
goes,
with a
the
dagger.
other ones are going to try to.
Yeah, I was gonna point you a stab and try to like.
There's only one I can follow, right? The other one's on the ground.
Correct. And if you can coup de grace if you want to, or the other one, but we'll call it at this point.
Okay.
No, 'cause I'm around.
Literally, all I was going to do is jump on it with a dagger.
Thank you, Terrace and John. For,
Yeah.
Clapping,
Well done,
clapping,
guys. Well done.
clapping,
What'd you say?
clapping.
I want to kill
What's that? You wanted to kill some?
He said, I want to make the big feel like I did my first time.
These guys have bigger stingers than y'all, it seems like. Okay, I'm just saying. These guys were tough, so. And actually, after Mama lets you go and goes down into the hole, excuse me, you're actually able to, and then but you're like, something's wrong. He's holding onto his side.
Something's wrong.
You don't know if it was a stinger or something else, but
Extra parts moving inside.
Extra parts moving?
Yeah. Rolling
Something's
around.
wrong with my dog.
Alien. Come out here.
Chest burst. Okay. I'm already had enough
Space
chest
balls.
stuff. That stinger did more than just poison you.
And then that's going to be.
You're pregnant.
It's not a regular potion you get in, potion healing.
That would be.
What potion healing you get?
All I have is basically 2d4 plus 2.
That would be fun. Make him pregnant.
Chest burster.
Yes.
So that won't work.
But the first time he gets slashed in the chest, it would
Oh,
kill
for him? No.
It'd have to get pretty deep.
This man has been holding his.
So we pretty much know that he's in
It's not
serious
his
pain
like
right now, right?
organs.
Yeah, but this is like
He's in pain.
like
It's-
behind the sternum.
It's not,
It's
like
possible.
not the first time he's.
It's possible.
not the first time I've held my guts. Oh, you guys made a habit out of this. I'm surprised.
No, I just had the habit of being put to sleep in the middle of a fight. He's the one that loses body parts.
It's like narcoleptic.
This one's always getting
He's
skewered.
like a hawking target.
I'm just ready to fight, and all of a sudden the arrow just goes. I'm like, oh dang.
I need to learn the sleep spell just every once in a while. Just
That would be like your shtick, your thing.
Sleep on the job again.
And when you're alive, you're throwing random fireballs, apparently.
That's just rude. I can't believe you've done that.
He's the one that ran into it. I can almost make an argument that he ran into it.
how would you know you couldn't see?
Oh.
How did he know that I threw it?
Who else?
There's only
knows?
two
I
of us.
just went with it.
There's only two of us here that could throw a
I could have
fireball.
completely blamed it on you and gotten away with it.
I was unconscious.
I would have seen where that
Yes, he was the one that dragged me out of the
I was
darkness.
behind the darkness spell. You just assumed it was me, so I just went
I
along
just
with
got
it.
happened to be dragged out of the
I heard your
darkness.
voice because it's somatic, bro.
Over the clash of battle. You don't know what I was saying.
Hey, he was unconscious.
You didn't know that.
I heard it.
I did.
Doesn't matter. You didn't hear our conversation.
Snitch.
I know he didn't throw the fireball.
You don't
hear
know
our
what you
conversation.
know.
You were poisoned just now. No, that was the fight before. Yeah, but you don't know what
Also,
you remember.
what are you talking about? You're in so much pain. You're delusional.
I mean, I still have more hit points than everyone in the park. Probably. Just saying.
Well, apparently 2 days you're gonna
Let's
die.
say, fam, we finna die soon. By the end of the weekend.
I mean, I'm gonna die healthy though.
That's not a,
It's a burst of
Okay.
It's healthy.
All right, so these things are gone. We're
It is
gonna.
until it festers and gangrenes. We got to cut out.
Exactly.
So we have to cut out that section of your body. It'd be all right. Just
So you
Just
need
what's
medical
cholesterol.
You can still
attention
walk it
as we head back.
Okay.
Do we know if would it be better for him to be carried or does he need to be?
He's a good boy.
it's everybody's helping everybody at this point going home. That makes any sense.
You're like, how much does your character weigh?
Yeah, how injured is
Like
everybody
2
too?
or 3 pounds, maybe 4.
I was gonna say, like,
Quite a bit.
does anyone else does anyone else know the reduce spell? Because we reduced him a couple times. I can
I
just
know the
catapult
I
him home.
can reduce.
I am not your platypus.
No, no,
This
no,
is
Joe.
not about
Does he gotta breathe fire at the same time too?
All right, so
I can't. That's
So
just a
fast.
bonus action.
let's gather up and head back to town.
Back to town.
Because you know the wasp may have more people.
I ain't messing around with that thing
We're
anymore.
not hanging around.
The big rock that she struggled to put in the thing.
What do you wanna do again?
Chucked it. We're just
It just
let's
blew
just
it.
let's just not come back ever.
Nope. We
just
pissed it
cast
off.
a
I put the rock on it. I'm not going to do it again. Literally, pheromones. Said I can smell you. Ain't running after you. Hi. What's up? Are you staring? Yeah. Finished. Well, I was like, I'm just trying to get everybody to go home.
Oh, that's in the back of your mind.
You're just staring at me. I didn't know if you were really pissed.
So you are able to make it back into Winterhold, and they seem to be on high alert after the raid and everything else that happened to the town before, and stuff along that lines. Excuse me. You're able to go back to the 5. Well, let's put it this way. Let's back up. You will be expected to make an appearance with a 5 after seeking certain medical attentions for those of you that need it.
Oh, me? Oh, it's not you this time. I understand.
I did not get hit once. For
Congratulations.
the one fight so far, I've not been hurt.
That's the one that you haven't died from yet so far, huh?
I never died. I've been
You
unconscious.
literally have to do a death saving throw.
Oh,
every
you
fight.
Do we need to go into our downtime? Do we need to talk about it at all?
I need
Is he able to
medical
get his-
assistance.
Yeah,
I understand. I'm saying that coming into town, they realize you need medical assistance, and that's being done. At some point in time, though, the five are going to want to update. So you can give a quick update saying we found the.
Yes, I will go to the five and
Okay.
let them handle
I'll
it.
go with him. I'm fine.
And you're able to give the accurate description to how to find the cave.
And I let them know about the wasp and all too on the way.
Okay? Look for dead wasps.
You know,
One.
mama.
One, maybe a couple of them.
You killed a good 4.
Yeah, but
More than 4.
You're still pissed off.
Are your beekeepers out here?
You also killed some the previous year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one way here. Because
4 fresh ones.
I guess what we're saying
You
is.
let them know exactly where they're at. That way maybe they can go around it or something.
No, that's easy enough. So when you enter into the tavern of the five, who all goes to meet the five?
Everybody.
Basically, everybody except the half-dead dragonborn.
yeah, I think I'll stay back.
Actually,
You heard.
No, I was gonna say I'd probably want to help him get to some sort of medical establishment.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. He's being medically attended to. You're gonna.
I've also got medical experience,
Okay.
so I can assist in any way.
What is available in the town? I'd like to go look for something.
What are you trying to look for?
Your like who?
Um,
Clue. I mean, you're touching
maybe,
yourself.
Maybe if there's a way that I could swap out spells.
Swap out spells. What do you mean?
Trade a spell to learn a new one or something like that. Something if there's anything along that lines.
Don't you do that when you level up? I think you have the ability to do that.
Yeah, you can do that when you level up, but I think he's looking for a way to do that now rather than later.
I don't know if that's possible. I'm just.
You could buy
Like a
experience
swap of
book.
money?
You would probably feel more comfortable talking to some ranger types that were from your home area. You can try to talk to some people here, but anyway, we'll get to that.
That's fine.
Okay, so the ones that went to the five, they seem to be preoccupied when they come in. It's like, and you give them the news about the supplies, and while some are grateful, you definitely notice that Osa Tuax is definitely more distracted than he normally is. And they say, well, he's sort of finished. As you come in, you say, hey, we found the supplies. And I'm like, hey, great, make sure you tell such and such, where everything's at. They sort of continue their conversation that's finishing, and they're saying, well, hate to do it, but, maybe our adventurers here can find our expedition.
Can you say no to adventures?
What do you mean? What are we talking about here? I mean, we're right here.
We hate to burden you even more. You have seemed to do so much
Do you really?
for Winterhold, and granted, it's not going to be forever, but we've got an expedition that was sent down into the old part of the mines. Okay? And Bjorn doesn't like the guy that was sent down there, by the way. They've had a little bit of an issue for a while.
Right, because he took credit for something.
His name was Ian Boulderstock. Ian von Boulderstock. But he led the expedition down into the mines where they had heard rumors of a potential storage place for an artifact. And Ian is a stickler for when he says, I'm going to be back. He's hardly ever late. Now they're 2 days over late. 2 days late. And Ian is never late, and we are afraid with all the drow activity that something may have happened. Is there any way that if you were to given a day or two rest that you could prepare yourself and maybe go down and find the expedition?
I want to know what the artifact is.
They don't know. They heard rumors of a storage place for some knowledge is what they really come down to. That we would assume that if they go down there and find knowledge, it'd be an artifact or some type of writings or some type of something or other. And right now, with all the drow activity, maybe that's what the drow are looking for. I don't know.
Are y'all
Who's saying that to me?
So this is different members of the five.
Oh, all of them.
Yeah.
Are y'all going to be able to keep the supplies and all safe if we go down to do this?
We have gone on the highest alert that we can, and while you were looking for the supplies that were out where they had staged it, we had some coming from Mirabar, which was sorely needed, along with some cell swords that agreed to help us bolster our defenses a little bit. So we should be okay for a little bit, given the take, if we can figure out a way to stem what's going on with these drow.
Do they have any like whole army, by the way?
They have a militia, they have their own garrison, but when you're talking about the town or the city is half in a cave system and half out. So the natural tendency is to think that, and they know where the cave systems go, but they're being infiltrated from that way, they're being infiltrated from outside as well, too. It's kind of hard to...
No, I was kind of thinking because we need to start leaving a communication stone with them so we can relay messages back. We would like to leave the communication stone with the proper person who can send reinforcements in case we happen to need them. So we're not always just getting destroyed while everybody's sitting at home with a great army that could be helping us. So, in cases that we need it.
Sure.
So I don't mind accepting the mission under the condition that if we need reinforcements, they can send them.
It's quick.
So, sorry.
I hate to be that guy as well, but is there some sort of monetary compensation for us risking our lives multiple times?
I hate to agree with him, but he's right.
Yeah.
Several of us have on those guys.
Yes. I've been put to sleep a lot.
Not baby.
People's guns
You've
have
been
been filling
on
out.
the battle? No, I've been shot with arrows and been put to sleep.
At the very least, compensation for our medical bills.
Literally a joke.
So, we have not charged anybody for any medical services
They
that
haven't
they
charged
have
me.
been
I know,
while we've
give
here.
her crap.
And
But we can see through our treasuries, you have been a big help, and we can give you 300 gold pieces each if you're willing to undertake the expedition.
That is more than fair, as long as we come back alive and are able to spend it.
And so, yes, so of the five, by the way,
Also mentioned about
Doesn't look like a
hearing
party.
about Shade Dreslin when we went down there too.
I'm sorry?
I mentioned the fact that we heard one of the drows say something about Shade Dreslin.
That's a good point.
And your brother's not there at the five, by the way, at the time, but that might be something he would be interested in as well, too. So you've got Edna and Osel, Tharl, Ulfric, and and Bjorn actually is there. Sorry,
Bjorn is there?
Bjorn.
Osel, Kethra, Tharl, Ulrich, and Bjorn. And Kethra is the female noble. She's the one that does the
Master of the trade.
yes. And she's like, given the fact that Osel has many things on his plate, I will take the communication stone to
Who's taking it?
Kethra. That way we can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Well, is there anything else we need to bother these people with?
Maybe some warmer clothes if we're gonna be down in a mine
We
show.
have winter gear.
Do we have winter gear at this point?
Well, I bought winter gear.
Okay.
I'm wearing it right now.
Is there any other safety equipment we would need
do
going
be
into
cold
a
out.
mine show?
It do be cold.
It do be
Well,
cold.
it's not just it's a mine tunnel, so there's going to be some of that already there, and then you're going to need technical dungeon explorer stuff.
I wanna pull Warren to the side and ask him a question.
Who?
Yeah.
Okay.
Warren, we're leaving the communications zone with Catherine, but wasn't there a concern earlier, before our last couple missions, that somebody in an important place was leaking information to the drow because they knew where everything was?
It was.
Okay. So, do you have a spare communications phone that you wanna leave with one of the 5 that you trust?
I can
or-
make sending stuff.
The only
Okay.
one I have is the one we had earlier.
Oh, well, because he's
Yeah.
already given one. And so.
So I have one. Who else had
So
one?
do we
I
wanna
think I
give
have
it
the other
to
one.
Yeah. And you had one.
his friend anyway?
I had one that
Yeah, me and his were
She did,
connected.
that's all.
And
I
mine
had.
and yours were connected.
Ours are connected.
Oh, yours are connected. Whose was mine with?
I don't know if you have one. I might give mine
So
to
I'm-
you.
I think you
gonna-
gave me yours to me.
I relay my
Yeah.
concerns to you, and then I put you wholeheartedly responsible for this.
Here, you all keep yours.
Okay.
You keep yours.
Well, he's giving it to Kefra, and I have the other one.
I can treat these. I treat these as sending stones. These magic colors.
So the ones we have right now, you can make more, and these don't disappear.
I think I can only make one set at a time. Let me double check.
So I don't have mine, you got it.
I've got
No,
one, and you
I'm
got
in
one.
player family.
Oh,
I thought she had one, you had.
She gave hers to me.
yeah. So you two are connected. Actually.
Yeah. The only people that had them are these two, but he
It's
gave
one
his
of
to
my things
Catherine,
I can do.
and
Yeah.
we had two.
Actually, I don't know how they work.
So,
So you can run.
I would really like. I would really like for one of us or you, particularly, to give your brother one of our singles.
Your brother or
Your brother.
Cathar? I thought.
No, we don't. This is. I'm pulling you to the side. I'm looking at you
Okay.
and saying, there could possibly be a leak of information to the drow, and you are level-headed, and you trust your brother, correct?
Yes.
Give your sending stone, or my sending stone to him, and we can stay in contact with him, and kind of feed him information to see if anything's being leaked.
So I can infuse up to 2 items, so 2 sets of sending stones. That's one of them.
Well, hold on to that, because we may need it in the future.
Okay.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is give yours to Bjorn.
Born, yeah.
Yeah, and we'll hold on to the other one, that way we can communicate with him as well. And you gave yours to Catherine. We don't want, and look at, hey, we don't want Catherine to know that your brother has the other sentence.
Yeah. I'm not-
Make sure he doesn't tell her, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, so again, the conversation that was sort of going on, I'm going to give you a little box text, I guess. So the expedition is now a week late. They said, somebody said, 2 days late, and they go, no, we would expect to be 2 days late since they were doing some mapping of some areas that they hadn't been to before. But now it's a week late, and they're not expecting, because here's the deal. So we hesitate to bring this up because we don't have a lot of information, but they're looking for a legendary orb
Legendary
called
orb.
the Pledge.
The Pledge.
And they determined that it could be in this area that's an unmapped area of the mines. But we're now starting to think that maybe some of this is, what's her name? I forget her name. That wasn't her name.
Yeah.
Edna, I'm sorry. Edna says, I'm afraid that some of these caves they may be trying to map and explore also may be tied in with some of these drought, which would be some good reconnaissance if we could find out what's going on. So,
So, if y'all, forgive me if you told me this before, but you all experienced drow raiding parties in the past, and they've just been ramped up lately, or is this a
we get it maybe
occasionally?
every 5 or 6 years. Maybe we'll get a small raid, and it'll happen for a week or two at a time.
Yeah.
And then but this has never been this long and progressed. They've done a whole lot more.
So do you think this mine has encroached on some of their territory, and that's why they're attacking?
We're not actively using these mines. That's the thing.
Okay.
So they're looking for a legendary orb called the Pledge.
To the pledge.
The orb is said to have tremendous powers, but we don't know what exactly those powers are. It's just rumors. Ulfric is like, I told you, man, it was going to be dangerous to go after that thing, and he gets a look from Edna about that. The expedition's not risk-free since it'll take the explorers into uncharted depths, and we think closer to the Drow territory. We decided the risk was worth it. We did not realize that since they left, like I said, they're a week late, but since they left, the Drow activity has increased a lot more, and we did not anticipate that happening. Like I said, we've had this before.
Yes.
Ian Boulderstock is one of our most skilled archaeologists. He does have armed guards with him to protect the expedition. He's led many expeditions before. His experience made him a good choice. At which his brother's like, shit. And he does not like Ian. You know that.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I must have caught a cold.
Ian Boulderstock's the one that led this
Expedition.
journey.
Yeah.
How many armed guards are with him? Like, how many people are we trying to rescue?
It should be a total of like 12.
God's forbid. What if we come across and they're nothing but corpses?
Well, just bring back proof and protect yourself. Osel's like, listen, under normal circumstances, I, of course, would send some of my guards to find the Locke's expedition, but the Dark Elves they're raiding our villages now relentlessly.
We're here, so normal circumstances flew out the window as soon as we stepped into town.
It's as if the Drow know exactly where we are not patrolling.
What is Ulfric doing when he says this? That's Ulfric? Or
Nudge, nudge.
No, that's Osel saying this.
what is Ulfric doing?
He's all nodding in his assent. He's like, it's exactly. I mean, everybody seems to be doing the same. They're all.
Well, I know Ulfric questioned Ulsul's men earlier. That's why I was wondering.
Okay.
And he questioned their men and the loyalty. That's why I'm kind of looking to see what's
He's like Osel's saying they must be spying on us day and night to make things worse. Of course, we know that the kidnappings have increased. More and more people have disappeared.
Right.
We don't know if they're gathering slaves or they have some other kind of plan, but we've heard that they've taken now over 36 children and just about as many parents.
Wait.
The Drow has taken 3 of them?
Wait. 36 children and parents have been taken by the Drow. This wasn't. I mean, when did this happen?
So all this has been happening off and on. You remember, you came in, you're doing your
Okay,
reporting.
so this is just like a total tally, not like the most recent rate.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So yeah, over 36 children have been kidnapped so far, and many parents are keeping their children indoors at all times now.
Well, yeah.
Because, and matter of fact, Edna turns to Kethra and says, "Are you keeping Edwin at home? Is that why we haven't seen him in class lately?" She says, "I just want to keep him safe." I mean, she's like, you know. Anyway, with the increased kidnappings, I can't spare even a single guard to go search an exhibition of wayward academics. He says it kind of with a. So anyway, again, they offer 300 gold pieces for each person upon completion. It's not necessarily a successful grad,
Right.
but it is proof of life or death. Basically, is what they're asking.
That's up to you all.
So they give you a map.
I was just about to ask for one.
Whisper.
Sorry.
I was whispering to.
At some point, I just tell my brother I need to speak with him
Okay.
privately.
All right. He said, well, brother, is it important? Because I've got more studying to do. I'm about ready to unlock what's going on.
It'll
on the
just
ground.
take a minute.
Okay. Begin. No.
Sundial.
Is Richard here, by the way? The gnome? He's Richard the gnome. He's kind of the smart old guy that doesn't like me. He's supposed to be in the court somewhere.
How come that doesn't ring a bell? Richard the Gnome.
He was when we come in. He was the one that introduced us. Like when we came.
Oh, he was trying to keep you from the 5?
Yeah.
Okay. We called him Dick as well.
Yeah,
Okay, gotcha. Richard the Gnome. Gotcha. No, he's
Oh,
not.
okay, yeah.
Okay.
I was kind of suspicious of him, so that's why I'm wondering.
Okay. You're suspicious of, he just is who he is. What's going on, buddy?
All right. Are we private now? Okay. I want to give you this stone so you can communicate with us back and forth.
You already gave one to Catherine.
Yes, but we don't know who we can trust yet. And I mean, I know I can trust you. And we want to be able to give you information, and you let us know the information as well.
You don't trust Catherine.
Well, somebody's leaking it. Not if I have to trust somebody, I would trust you over anybody. You know that.
Okay, well, don't expect any messages from me. I'm going to be busy studying.
That's fine.
Typical of your brother, but
And I let him. Well, I did know that Shane wrestling so long.
Okay.
And you'll be linked to Bourne. I let him know that. So when you hear, you'll be Bourne speaking if he speaks to you.
Well, he's not that chatty fellow, is he?
Yes.
Damn it.
You talked the most council out of all of us.
Nobody else knows.
Yeah, that's my alarm.
Or his alarm.
But it's our,
Like my
let's wait
morning
for
alarm.
That's
How
the
I
same
wake up in the
sound.
morning.
Oh, we gotta take medicine or something?
I'm supposed to check my blood sugar now, but it's cool.
So you said we would have a few days before we'd have to leave on it?
So basically, finish this day, you have all the next day, and then they're hoping that the expedition will return. But given the fact that you came back in pretty rough shape,
Do we have somewhere to stay while we're here? Or we? Oh, that's right.
Oswell, bottom boy.
you know what? He's been staying at the in the hall, the architect hall, not the archaeology hall, utilizing the materials and stuff that are there.
I mean, if the rest of the party is okay with that, I'm okay with going.
Yeah.
Make sure you get enough to eat, boy. No nudging.
What? Get up to eat?
Make sure you get enough to eat.
Hey, Dad. You wouldn't know that I'm the older of the two.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. All right, guys. Even though it's only 8 o'clock, I am going to call it here now.
Okay.
I think it's a good spot.
Yeah.
Am I game?
No,
No,
you got
we're
healed.
taking
You
care
got
of
healed.
I'm just
You're
making
good.
sure, you know.
You know,
We
you're
left you
sending
laying out
I
in
was
the
like,
field.
shit,
You're like,
do I have to waste gas next week, or is this the last
So
one?
no, part of this was to give John a test run to see if he could handle being here.
How's it feel? Are you coming back?
He is going to be here next session, hopefully,
Okay.
because I have further plans for the use for him.
You did it right the first time. Next lesson.
Next lesson,
Next lesson.
and going to be interesting. So
Oh.
I would ask for you to
A lot of rolls, boss.
be on your A game.
Okay.
I will make sure I'm on my A game.
So we essentially have like a day and a half to do stuff in town in
And if you,
preparation.
so you can be,
Getting things
Thinking
together.
about
or if you want to text message me in between sessions and say this is what I'd like to do, we can take care of some of that. That way when we're feet on the ground, because I'm actually getting my schedule altered, hopefully to 4 days a week soon. And with that in mind, I'll have a bit more time to. I have been spread pretty thin. It's you're fine, John. You're fine.
So,
It's not just you; it's also Lance and others. Sorry, Federhoff and Gary, Greg. I'm sorry, Greg and anyway.
Do you want to announce Ernie?
So yeah, we can do that. So for those of you that are watching on our Twitch stream, thank you very much for participating in Trouble in Winterhold. We have officially gone from the first part of the module to the second part of the module by Midnight Tower. This part of the module, by the way, is now called Finding the Lost Expedition. But I like the idea of Trouble in Winterhold so much, we're going to keep that as a title, because that's what this is. Now, that being said, we still want to remind people that we are bringing in Ernest Gary Gygax Jr. to our gaming area, which is going to be awesome in the month of July. He will be here starting on the 10th. We're going to have a couple of down days before he decides that he wants to interact with us. We're going to be doing some gaming here at Hypermind. So if you are local, you're more than welcome to come on by to see what we have going on. We're also going to be having some sign-ups for some of the games that Ernie's going to be doing for us. That is going to be available through Hypermind's webpage. You can contact them through that, or you can contact them directly. Hypermind in Burlington, North Carolina. If you are not from the area but would like to come in for Ernie, he's going to be here for a week. So, and it's right after the 4th of July, so maybe you haven't used up all your vacation time. You're welcome to come down. Ernie is supposed to be running games for us basically almost all week, and when he's not running games for us, he's going to be playing games with us. And so it's going to be a really cool thing. So come by and meet Ernie Gygax, whose dad created D&D, and Ernie has been there since the beginning. Come to meet his lovely fiancée, Donna. And she is very lovely, and she who must be obeyed, the dog KC, will also be making an appearance while we're here. So be looking forward to many more cool announcements with that, and that's all we have for this week. So thank you.